Good morning. Thank you for joining me for story time today. Today I'm going to tell the story Little Red Riding Hood. And so I thought it would be fun in our opening song if we learned the sign language for color red. Color is waving your fingers in front of you, and red is using your pointer finger and pointing to your lips. So let's get started. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, then your face will surely show it. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, jump up and down, jump, jump. If you want to hear a story, jump up and down, jump, jump. If you want to hear a story, then your face will surely show it. If you want to hear a story, jump up and down, jump, jump. If you want to hear a story, say color red, color red. If you want to hear a story, say color red, color red. If you want to hear a story, then your face will surely show it. If you want to hear a story, say color red, color red. If you want to hear a story, do all three, clap, clap, jump, jump, color red. If you want to hear a story, do all three, clap, clap, jump, jump, color red. If you want to hear a story, then your face will surely show it. If you want to hear a story, do all three, clap, clap, jump, jump, color red. Oh, good job. Give yourselves a hand. As promised, Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who had a beautiful red cape, and she must have got this as a present, maybe from Grandma, and she absolutely loved it. She loved wearing it everywhere, around the house, out to play, probably to bed. She may have laid it over her, especially when she took a nap and it might have been a little chilly on the couch. Oh yeah. So one day she and her mama baked muffins, and her mama said, "Oh, Little Red, Grandma's not been feeling very well. Why don't you take these muffins to her?" So out she went out the door and said, "Bye, Mom. I'll be back in a little while." And she walked in through the woods. And yes, I spy a wolf in the woods, huh? You do too. And he's watching Little Red go in and out of the trees and down the path. And he says to himself, I think I might have dinner. So he comes out and he says, "Hey, Little Red, where are you going today?" "Oh, I'm going to Grandma's house." And he's thinking, well, why don't you pick some of those flowers, and then you can take a bouquet of flowers to Grandma with those muffins. "Well, that's such a good idea. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. I think I'll do that." So she goes into the meadow and picks some flowers for Grandma. And he goes off to Grandma's house. And so she goes on her way, and the wolf goes to Grandma's house that looks amazingly like Little Red Riding Hood's house. I know. They must have had kit houses, huh? And so he goes to the door and he goes, bing, bing. And she opens up the door to the stranger, the wolf. And he overpowers her and pushes her back in the house and gobbles her up. Oh my. So the wolf is now inside Grandma's house. Whoop. With Goldilocks coming along. And he puts on Grandma's nightgown. And he puts on her cap. Whoop. Let's try this again. Puts on her cap. And then her glasses. There we go. And he gets in her bed, waiting for Little Red to come along. Yeah. And guess what? Here she comes. Where did Little Red go? Oh, there. She's still back in the woods. So here comes Little Red. Grandma, are you home? Come in, dear. Come in, dear. And Little Red goes in, and she looks at that thing in the bed. And it's been a couple days, and Grandma's not feeling real groovy. And she's like, wow, Grandma, what big ears you have. The better to hear you, my dear. And Grandma, what big eyes you have. The better to see you, my dear. Do you have biscuits, muffins in that basket? I smell them. And but Grandma, what big teeth you have, she says, looking in the wolf's face. And the wolf jumps out of bed and gobbles up Little Red Riding Hood. And he's so full that he lays back down into bed and goes to sleep. And he starts snoring. And out in the woods, oops, and out in the woods is a woodcutter cutting down trees and getting some firewood ready for the winter. And he hears the sound coming out of Grandma's house. And it's loud. And he knows that Grandma doesn't snore that way. When Grandma snores, it's more like... You know, Grandmas don't snore like... a big bad wolf. So he's suspicious that there's something going on. So he peeks in the window and he sees the wolf in bed, and he storms in and kills the wolf. Ugh. And he notices that the wolf is got a really big tummy. So he opens the wolf up, and out pops Little Red, and out pops Grandma. Oh, ta-da! Oh, thank you, Woodsman, for freeing us from that big bad wolf. Oh. And everybody lives happily ever after. The end. That's a fun story. I thought we would talk about some books we have in the library that you can check out that have the color red in them. The first one is called Fire Engine Man by Andrea Zimmerman and David Clemencia. And as you can see, there's the fire engine man in the truck, and they're going to put out a fire. And oh, here they are all lined up in a row. And it talks about how they take care of their fire engines in the station. And this is just a fun book to read together. The second book that I picked was Ralph the Dog by Lois Ehlert. And I love that it's a great big book. It's got lots of red in it, and it talks about our favorite dog, Ralph, and the other words that he can say. And it's got lots of the color red in it. And this is a book we love to read together too. My third idea was Apples. Apples by Gail Gibbons, because there's lots of apples available now and they're so tasty. And this book talks about where apples come from, how they grow. It even has illustrations of the insides of an apple and the blossoms and what they look like when they're little. And my other favorite was the one of Halloween. Remember dressing up in costume a couple weeks ago? That was so much fun. And caramel apples. Look how red that apple is. And so this is a really fun book to read together too. There are so many fun books here. My final fun book is a nonfiction book. It means it is a true book. It's not a made-up story like Ralph is a made-up story. This is a true book all about ladybugs. And it has, when you open it up, you can see it has real live pictures of ladybugs. And it talks about their spots and what they like to eat and different things. So that is the book. That's the final book. And that reminds me of this fun little rhyme we like to do together. And it is has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little ladybugs. 5 little ladybugs sitting on a leaf, soaking up the sunshine in the soft warm breeze. Along comes a birdie as quiet as can be and snaps that ladybug right off a leaf. 4 little ladybugs sitting on a leaf, soaking up the sunshine in the soft warm breeze. Along comes a birdie as quiet as can be and snaps that ladybug right off a leaf. 3 little ladybugs sitting on a leaf, soaking up the sunshine in the soft warm breeze. Along comes a birdie as quiet as can be and snaps that ladybug right off a leaf. 2 little ladybugs sitting on a leaf, soaking up the sunshine in the soft warm breeze. Along comes a birdie as quiet as can be and snaps that ladybug right off a leaf. 1 little ladybug sitting on a leaf, soaking up the sunshine in the soft warm breeze. Along comes a birdie as quiet as can be and snaps that ladybug right off a leaf. No more. Well, that's no more. We don't have any more time. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my story about Little Red Riding Hood and the color red. Until next time, I'll see you then. Hands go up and hands go down. I can turn around and round. I can jump upon 2 feet. I can clap and so can you. I can wave, I'll show you how. Story time is done for now. Thank you. See you next time.